All right, quick recap on Lake Santee Cooper for me. Um, a little half day of practice right behind the house where we stayed in the creek. They had a boat ramp there, so we utilized it. It was fun, fished around, didn't really catch anything. Next day, full day of practice, got up early, went shallow. It was beautiful, calm, sunny day. It got into the 70s. Birds were chirping, fish were jumping, and I caught them shallow. Caught a real, like a, not a long one, but a real fat one shallow. Caught some smaller ones shallow. Then I went way up this little backwater and found a unique situation. Found where a drain was coming in, rushing in, and it was causing current. It was bubbly. It was really cool. And there was a local back there, and he said every time it rains, which it did on Wednesday, he says this thing will run for like 4 or 5 days. It drains I-95. So I was like, wow, this is great. And he's like, sometimes you go in there and wreck them. And sure enough, he's the guy that catches the one in the spinner bait right in front of me. Because I really didn't want, I'm not rude. I'm not going to like fish around where a guy's fishing like 10 feet from him. So I'm like, ooh, I said, this is a really good spot. This is a good area. I said, there's not a lot of boats back here. You know, there's just guys crappie fishing, a couple bass boats, whatever. So go home, go behind the house. It's like 3 o'clock. Just decided to cast a worm off the dock. Boom, 18-incher. I'm like, oh my God. Threw it out to like 12 feet. I knew the depth contour because I'd already like been back there. And pulled it up. Boom, got around 6 foot, 18-incher. Take my underspin. Well, let me see if they'll eat underspin. 2 casts later, another 18-incher on an underspin. So I'm like, oh gosh. And they were white. They were like silver. They were just coming up. The red eyes, the whole 9 yards. So the next day I decided to practice back there. Freaking windy, was blowing down there so bad. I wasted a whole entire day of practice. I moved to a different part of the creek. It sucked there too. It just was terrible. So that night I decided, well, I'm just going to go back to my first area, fish shallow, because you know it's I caught him in there, and it could be windy tomorrow, and I'm sheltered in there. No, I wasn't sheltered in there. It was windy, blowing through there. It was cold. It was miserably cold. And then 2:30, like the sun came up, I caught a bass. The sun was out, caught a bass. The wind slacked down. The wind actually started to change direction. I don't know. It was just a terrible practice, terrible tournament for me. It just, I don't know. So, I mean, you can't, when you come to a new lake, you can do all the map study you want. I mean, the only thing you can do is go down a week before, hire a guide, have them take you around, show you some good spots. But other than that, you really can't do anything. I mean, it's tough when you can't pre-fish it, more than a day. And then your pre-fishing conditions, like, are blown out by wind. But, still a great learning experience. I probably would have a whole different philosophy if I caught a few fish. But congratulations to the guys that caught them. And I'll be looking forward to fishing with you guys at Hickory. Well, second day of practice. This will be a full day of practice. Yesterday we were just goofing around, didn't really catch anything. My buddy caught a 19-incher though. It was pretty good. But yeah, we're out here trying a new boat ramp. Looks really fishy out here, like everything does. But out here, what lake is this? This is Lake Moultrie or Lake Marion. I don't know. I did a little research, but not too much. But so hopefully we get out here, catch a few today, get on something, get on some kind of pattern. I really hope these bass are up shallow. I think the bass are in that little in-between time. So, hopefully we'll find a few shallow, and I'll be getting back with you. Heck yeah. Sweet. Show on the spinner bait. Got him on camera. Well, I've got one 16-incher. Found this cool ass little discharge right here. It only works when it's a rainy season. Well, got a practice update. Yeah, I got one 16-inch bass, 15 or 16-incher, I don't know. And then I found a really unique area, like a discharge with water rushing out. I kind of followed a bass boat up in there. The guy fished it first, and he fished in front of me. Got a nice one on a spinnerbait. And he said a couple times, like when it rains, that place discharges for about 3 or 4 days. And he said it's, sometimes they go up in there and wreck them. So it's definitely a place to start. You know, I don't know. I like every place where you think there's a bass should be, there's like nothing. So I don't know. It's very frustrating. You come to, you think there would be. I know there's big ones in here, but it's just I don't know. It's very frustrating. But hopefully I'll be checking back with you. Well, I waited all day for this bite. I knew this bite was going to happen. I did start to doubt myself though, but I knew this bite was going to happen. Man, I've got a 4x4 here, literally a 4x4. Good one, real good one. Let me get you. Let me get. About 18 inches. Sewed his damn mouth closed. He was hooked. This thing is hooked. Oh my God, he was not getting away. There we go. There it is. Chunky Brewster right there. That sucker was shallow. Saturday. It's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Not a giant, fat boy. About ready to spawn. Yeah, I've been waiting all day for that little prop bait bite. Waiting all day for it, dude. Man, this thing is, that's a 4x4, man. That thing has just got a big head. It's huge.
I'm trying to catch a few crappie and I ain't having much luck.
I've seen a few guys hook up, but I really don't think I've seen them like bring too much in the boat. Well, it's day 3 of practice, and I went to my place yesterday and you know, fish, you saw that. I caught like a 16-inch football, like 2 16-inchers. They were decent. I could have caught more, but I just kind of left them alone. But then I came back to the house and I just fished off the back dock and literally caught 2 18-inchers, and they were like white, you know. And this area here that I'm fishing is like a few degrees cooler, and the main lake is right out there, and this is a channel. And I'm just gonna dedicate my practice day to here, right behind the house, fish all these docks, and see if that just wasn't a fluke, because I caught like the first 18-incher on a Cinco, just throwing it right off the dock, and then 3 casts later with a underspin got another one. So it just can't be a fluke. So I'm gonna fish around here all day, and hopefully I'll be checking back with you. Well, it's day 3 of practice, and I went to my place yesterday, and you know, fish. You saw that I caught like a 16-inch football, like 2 16-inchers. They were decent. I could have caught more, but I just kind of left them alone. But then I came back to the house and I just fished off the back dock and literally caught 2 18-inchers, and they were like white, you know. And this area here that I'm fishing is like a few degrees cooler, and the main lake is right out there, and this is a channel. And I'm just gonna dedicate my practice day to here, right behind the house, fish all these docks, and see if that just wasn't a fluke, because I caught like the first 18-incher on a Cinco, just throwing it right off the dock, and then 3 casts later with a underspin got another one. So it just can't be a fluke. So I'm gonna fish around here all day, and hopefully I'll be checking back with you. Well, I had to change boat ramps. The wind actually blew me out of my area. Like the north wind came right down where I was fishing, and I couldn't effectively do anything. It was terrible. So I didn't get to like see if I could reinforce that bite, but maybe when the wind lays down, tonight, I'll fish off the dock a little bit, see if I can't get bit like I did yesterday. I don't know. It was really awesome. Catch like 2 18-inchers off the dock. But yeah, so I'm just trying a new creek, and hopefully I'll be checking back with you. I'd love to catch a fish today. Well, it's Friday. It's the day before the tournament. I always like to do a little, like when I'm traveling, like a little something on the Airbnb. This place is decent. This is in Taw Creek or whatever. That's the boat ramp I caught 3 bass off of. 2 18s and a 16.5. Unbelievable. And this is the little house. It's kind of an older house. That's Ken doing business. I think this was $2.25 a piece, so around $4.50 from Wednesday to Sunday. And it's got 3 bedrooms. It's kind of like a makeshift bedroom right here or whatever. This is totally set up just for fishing, guys. 2 small bedrooms. No dresser. They don't give you a dresser, so everything's on the floor. Nice. But bathroom, Ken's room. Nice little living room. Got good heat and air. Been cooking some nice dinners. Got some baked potatoes in the oven. Well, that's it. Little Airbnb. Nice. Taw Creek. Tomorrow's tournament day. Everybody's excited. Everybody wants to get a good bag tomorrow. I hope they do. Good luck to everybody. We'll see what happens. I'll check back in the morning. Well, it's tournament day, and Lake Santee Cooper, QCKBF, number 3 event. Excited, so paddling to my area up against this north wind, so hopefully I should be there in a day or so. But hopefully I'll be checking back with you, catch some good big ones. Good luck to all the guys, and congratulations to the guy who won.
Because you have to go where some funding is, obviously, but there's funding in so many places, and a 7,000 acre lake, especially once you include the rivers and creeks,
He just Cinco, dude.
is a lot more than